Journey to the West. The Monkey King's Invitation to Heaven. After hearing complaints from the Dragon Kings and learning of Sun Wukong's growing power and arrogance, the Jade Emperor realized that the Monkey King could become a serious threat. Rather than confronting him with force, the Jade Emperor decided to use a clever strategy. He would invite Sun Wukong to heaven and give him a minor position to keep him under control. When the invitation arrived, Sun Wukong was delighted, believing that heaven had finally recognized his greatness. Eager to prove himself, he accepted the offer and traveled to the heavenly palace. However, the heavenly court did not view him as an honored guest. Instead, they gave him the lowly title of Keeper of the Heavenly Stables, a position responsible for caring for the imperial horses. At first, Sun Wukong enjoyed being in heaven, proud to be among the immortal beings. But soon, he began to suspect that the Jade Emperor had given him an insignificant role to humiliate him. This realization would spark anger in the Monkey King, leading to greater rebellion against the heavenly court. The Keeper of the Heavenly Stables. After accepting the Jade Emperor's invitation, Sun Wukong arrived in heaven, expecting a position of great honor. However, to humble him, the Jade Emperor appointed him as the Keeper of the Heavenly Stables, a low-ranking job responsible for feeding and caring for the imperial horses. At first, Sun Wukong took pride in his new role. Using his supernatural abilities, he quickly tamed the heavenly horses, making the job easy. He enjoyed the luxuries of heaven and believed he had been properly recognized. However, his joy did not last long. When Sun Wukong learned that his position was considered a minor, unimportant task, he felt insulted and disrespected. Realizing the Jade Emperor had only given him the job to mock him, his pride turned into fury. Angry at being treated as a servant, Sun Wukong abandoned his post and left heaven, vowing to establish his own title and prove his worth. Discovering the truth. After working as the Keeper of the Heavenly Stables, Sun Wukong began to sense that something was not right. Although he believed he held an important position, he soon overheard other immortals mocking him. They revealed that his job was a lowly task, meant for servants, and that the Jade Emperor had only given it to him to keep him under control. When Sun Wukong realized the truth, he felt deeply insulted and betrayed. His pride could not accept being treated as a mere stable worker. Furious, he declared that he would no longer serve the heavenly court and decided to leave heaven altogether. Returning to his home on the mountain of flowers and fruit, Sun Wukong grew more defiant. He proclaimed himself a king in his own right and began to reject the authority of the Jade Emperor. This discovery fueled his rebellion and led him to take the grand title of Great Sage Equal to Heaven, challenging the power of the heavenly court. Declaring himself the Great Sage Equal to Heaven. After discovering that his position as Keeper of the Heavenly Stables was a humiliation, Sun Wukong returned to the Mountain of Flowers and Fruit, filled with anger and pride. Refusing to accept any authority over him, he declared himself the Great Sage Equal to Heaven, a title that meant he considered himself equal to the Jade Emperor. Sun Wukong's declaration was more than just a name. It was a bold challenge to the heavenly court's power. He gathered his monkey army, strengthened his kingdom, and spread word of his new title across the world. This act of defiance shocked the immortals and deeply offended the Jade Emperor. Rather than attacking Sun Wukong immediately, the Jade Emperor's advisors suggested a clever approach. They would officially recognize his title, but give him a meaningless position in heaven. This way, they hoped to calm his rebellious spirit without causing a war. Believing he had won respect, Sun Wukong accepted the title and returned to heaven. However, his arrogance and mischief were far from over, and his rebellion was only just beginning. The Heavenly Court's Second Invitation. After Sun Wukong declared himself the Great Sage Equal to Heaven, his bold claim spread across the realms, alarming the Jade Emperor and the heavenly court. Fearing that the Monkey King's power and rebellious nature would grow out of control, the Jade Emperor's advisors proposed a clever plan. Rather than fighting him, they would invite him back to heaven and grant him the official title he desired, but without giving him any real authority. Pleased by what he believed was recognition of his greatness, Sun Wukong accepted the invitation and returned to heaven. The Jade Emperor formally bestowed upon him the title of Great Sage equal to heaven, but assigned him to a harmless position with no real responsibilities. This tactic was meant to keep him satisfied while containing his potential for chaos. Unaware of the deception, Sun Wukong proudly took his place in heaven, convinced that he had forced the Jade Emperor to respect him. However, his mischievous and restless nature soon led him to seek greater power, setting the stage for further conflict with the heavenly court. Guarding the heavenly peach garden. After receiving the title of Great Sage equal to heaven, Sun Wukong was given a new position to keep him occupied. He was assigned to guard the heavenly peach garden, a sacred orchard filled with magical peaches. These peaches were no ordinary fruit. They had the power to grant immortality and enhance spiritual strength. At first, Sun Wukong performed his duties peacefully. However, his curiosity soon got the better of him. As he wandered through the garden, he discovered that the peaches ripen in 3 stages. Eating one after 3,000 years would strengthen the body. After 6,000 years would grant eternal youth. And after 9,000 years would give immortality. Tempted by the incredible power, Sun Wukong began secretly eating the ripest peaches, enhancing his magical abilities and immortality. His actions went unnoticed until preparations began for the Peach Banquet, a grand celebration attended by the immortals. When Sun Wukong realized he had not been invited, he felt insulted and furious. In a fit of defiance, he consumed even more sacred peaches, further increasing his strength, and abandoned his post. This act of greed and rebellion marked a turning point, pushing him closer to open conflict with the heavenly court. But how long can Sun Wukong's defiance go unpunished? In the next chapter, the heavenly court will no longer sit idly by. Join us for Chapter 5 of Journey to the West, where the Peach Banquet chaos leads to a heavenly showdown you won't want to miss. See you next time on Sun Wukong's epic journey.